May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. I'm looking at the Aussie dollar, US dollar. Let's take a good look. All right, we're looking at the monthly. What we can see is price has been pretty difficult to trade. Why? Because it's been consolidative. All right, consolidative here. It's just kind of moving to the side. Yeah, it dips down past the range low and then it goes right back up into the range. Not very easy to trade. All right, now considering the fact that the US dollar is expected to gain a little bit more strength this week, all right, following through continuation, given a little continuation from the bullishness shown last week, all right, you would think that would weigh on the Aussie dollar, right? You can see price push down into this big old body of demand here, all right, from this wick, right? Price push right back on up. And we can see that we had a push into it about a month ago and a very quick return back into the range. Now, what has happened is price ran into this that's a supply, an area of supply, right? And where sellers are waiting, and you can see how the Aussie dollar showed some signs of weakness there over the last couple of weeks. All right, price chopped its way. I'm talking about chopped its way into this area of supply. This is an imbalance candle here. This one right here. All right, an imbalance candle where often you find price will turn around in once it reaches it. And you can see last week we had a bearish close on the candle. We don't have any bullish or bearish fair value gaps in this crazy range. Been just terrible to trade, but we do have an untapped weekly fair value gap down here, right below these liquidity lows. I've been talking about price coming back down there. I thought it was going to happen here. It continued up higher, and now I'm thinking that it might be time for price to swing back down and get that sell side liquidity. If we look at the daily, what we can see is price ran right back into a demand, an area of fair value, a bullish fair value gap here that actually led to a break of structure to the upside going into this supply zone. And but then all it did was uh, just raid the highs, right? Came back, raid the highs instead of trading through it. It raided the highs and then fell right back into this consolidative range, right? Took the low, swept that low into this used fair value gap already. But what we want to make note of is it took that low. It went from a external high, external range liquidity to internal range liquidity, which it already did. So if price is not seeking liquidity, it's offering fair value. If it's not offering fair value, it's seeking liquidity. If it runs through that fair value gap, right? I'm noticing I don't notice that because the fair value gap was used here. You understand? So what is relevant here is that low. Okay, it's that low, and this fair value gap goes away in my book. All right, doesn't have to be in your book. It goes away. This low is what price came back for, to sweep that low. All right. Now, is it going to trade through it? That's another thing. What we have here is a move. It tried to move higher. It took out the daily high, the previous daily high, Thursday's high, took out that high, and then closed back within the range of that previous candle, that previous daily candle. So is it showing that it's going to continue down? That's what I want to know. After this move, an impulsive move up, an impulsive correction, to this that impulsive move up, and then we do this, and then this has been you if you traded this, good luck with good luck to you. All right. I mean, that was that's some rough what do you call it, price action. Okay, so on the 4 hour, what I'm looking for is clues. I'm looking for price to head down to that unused, that untested. Come on, man, that untested weekly fair value gap down here. How is it going to get there? How is it going to get there? I'm going to the 4 hour. I'm going to tell you how. This is how it can happen. All right. What I want you to see is the impulsive move down, the impulsive move down. All right. We had an equal correction. All right. Some people might say, "Oh, that looks like a V-shaped recovery," but look, those moves there, the last 8 hours of the trading day on Friday, puts a little pause on it on for me. So I'm looking at, there is a bearish fair value gap that opened up right there. All right. Coming from this big supply, the supply zone, I'm looking at that as an indicator that price may continue down. All right. There you go. And I look for supply zones to make other supply zones. Fair value gaps to lead to other fair value gaps. So after this candle here, I'm looking for another fair value gap to develop. I'm looking to see if this low gets taken right here. This looks like a stock, a rally base rally, but I don't look for it to hold. All right. I don't look for it to push price up, but it can. But I think this is going to be a bearish move because I expect the US dollar to gain strength. It'll show some short term bearishness, all right, for a day or two as it pulls back. But then I'm expecting the US dollar to gain strength. And if it does pull back, it shows that momentary weakness, this fair value gap will fail, and we'll see it take that high. This will be the internal move at this rally based rally. I'm looking for that internal move to the external move if that fair value gap fails. If this fair value gap fails, that's what I'd be expecting. But I'm expecting this to fall. I'm expecting this low to be the draw on liquidity. All right, because what is my overall the scenario that I'm looking for? I'm looking for price to make it down to this low, and to this fair value gap. All right, sweeping this sell side liquidity. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hey, I just finished posting videos for the US dollar index, the Euro USD, and the Pound USD. Make sure you go check those out. I'll leave them at the bottom of this video or on your screen right now. And I want to thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, which should be the New Zealand dollar USD.